time on this Canada Day edition of episode 337 of the VIG Lounge, where we're going to be playing some more NHL 25 action. This time, round 3, game 2, Penguins and Bruins. Pittsburgh had a dominating 6-1 win to open the series. Will they be able to take full advantage of home ice, or will they be having a split when the series goes to Boston? There's only one way to find out, but before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to some NHL 25 action in the Eastern Conference Final, Penguins and Bruins. Crosby and Lindholm meeting at center ice. And the opening draw is won this time by Pittsburgh, carried in by Brian Rust. Rust with a shot, turned aside by Korpisalo. Quick strike offense potentially for Pittsburgh, if not for the goalie. Marchand knocked down. McAvoy. And there's a bit of a scramble in front. Crosby tried to get it out to Rust, was not able to do so. But they are able to get it to Raquel. Raquel with a drive, turned aside again. And this time, Jeremy Swayman is in net. Maybe Korpisalo went in after the first 3 goals or something? Because I swear I saw Korpisalo the entire time. So now we know. Jeremy Swayman is the starter, unless the Bruins coach changed it. I really don't know. This time Crosby wins the draw. Gets it back to Letang. Lets it go. Now Crosby going around the net. Crosby stops up in front. That shot's blocked before it could get there. Lindholm to Lindholm. Rust picks it off with a shot turned aside by Swayman. And Lindholm carries it out. Don't know if this is Hampus or Elias. Either way, Malkin's got it, so that doesn't matter. Or at least he had it. The puck trickles in on Swayman. Don't know if that will count as a shot on goal or not, but either way, knocked away in the neutral zone. Phil Tomasino did not receive a qualifying offer for the Penguins, so I don't know if he will sign with them in free agency or ply his trade elsewhere. Icing call as Zadorov touches up. Got a Let's Go Pens chant going here at PPG. 14:08 remaining. Here in the first, no score. Bruins win the draw, this time in the offensive zone. Tommy Novak gets away this time. Nice salsa pass, score! Gino cashes in at the casino, and the Penguins lead it 1-0. Malkin drives to the net. Beautiful saucer pass. No mistake for Malkin at the side, and he puts it in as the Penguins have a 1-0 lead with 13:31 remaining in the first. Brazeau knocked down by former Bruin Matt Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk gets it to McGroarty. And Erik Karlsson looked to carry it in. He lost it. Karlsson got it back. Shot goes wide. McGroarty cuts to the front, and Swayman makes the save. .12:02 to go here in the opening period. Blake Lizotte wins the draw. Across to Kolyachonok, denied and held by Swayman. Crawling closer to the halfway point of the first here. Pittsburgh leads it 1-0, courtesy of the goal from Evgeny Malkin. Kolyachonok with a bump along the wall. Connor Timmins to Blake Lizotte, to Blake Lizotte, who sends it in. McGroarty looks to collect the puck. McGroarty has it, shoots, turned aside by Swayman. One-time blast. Denied by Swayman as well. Puck goes to the corner, is collected now by Boston. Carried out by IRL Oiler Trent Frederick. Now Lizotte dumps it in. Collected along the wall by Raquel with a shot denied by Swayman. Out now to the blue line. One-time blast denied by the defense this time of Boston. Set up the right wing side now by Raquel. Or to Raquel, excuse me. Taken away though, Morgan Geekie with a shot and he scores. Nice move. We're tied at 1. We'll give Morgan Geekie credit. He broke in and put it past Nedeljkovic on the one-on-one effort. And just like that, this game's tied at 1, even though Boston only has 3 shots on goal. Knocked down as Pittsburgh tries to regroup here after this game is tied. And another chance, this time Nedeljkovic was square to it and made the save. Now Evgeny Malkin drifts into the circle, shoots, turned aside once again. Now Letang with a drive. That's blocked. Malkin in front. Another save by Swayman, who comes out to challenge. 4:58 remaining here in the opening frame as we are tied at 1. Draw one by Boston in their own zone. And now there's a battle for it. Then across and now up to Evgeny Malkin. Malkin drifts into the circle, shoots, turned aside by Swayman with a left pad. Now Letang steps up with a hip check. Puck goes all the way to the corner behind the Penguins net. Nice pass. Danton Heinen, the former Bruin, breaks in. Save made by Swayman. Poliachonok teed up a shot, and Swayman grabbed that one and held. Penguins out shooting the Bruins 16-4 as we see Pasta lay a hit on P.O. Joseph. Connor Dewar wins the draw back to Carlson. Carlson trying to do a little dipsy-doodle, but he was not successful. Brazeau sends it the length of the ice. Collected again by Carlson. Nice one-touch up to Dewar. Dewar scores! What a beauty! That's how you do it! 2-1 Pittsburgh! Look at that, Connor Dewar breaks in and puts it up in the top right-hand corner. Beautiful shot. And with 33 seconds to go here in the first, Pittsburgh has their second lead of the night. Brian Russ looking to try to add to that, and he does! In Russ we trust! Pittsburgh leads at 3-1! Oh, and now the Bruins coach has his iPad and his arms folded. Don't drop it, buddy. .2 remaining. Russ now looking for a second shot, and he did. He listened, he shot. But Swayman was wise to it. All right, 3-1 Pittsburgh after one period of play. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats before we jump into some more NHL 25 action. 19-4 is the shots in favor of the Penguins. 18-8 are hits, also favoring Pittsburgh. Look at that, slight face-off edge now to the Penguins, 6-5. And those two quick goals definitely were backbreakers to Boston as they had it tied, and just like that, they were down by 2 by the end of the period. Can the Bruins come back, or will Pittsburgh continue to pour on the pressure? Let's find out. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Let's jump into period number 2. Crosby and Lindholm meeting again at center ice. And this time the Bruins win the opening draw of the period. Lindholm got it to Marchand. And now P.O. Joseph battling with McAvoy. Shot in front by Joseph, denied by Swayman. Now Raquel has it. He lost it. Knocked down by McAvoy. Knocked down by Marchand. There's McAvoy. Crosby, a shot turned aside by Swayman. It pops up into the air. Goes to Pasternak in the corner. Regathered by Raquel. He shoots and scores! It's Tricky scoring goal unless you are Raquel. It's Tricky. Tricky Ricky. Oh, what a beautiful takeaway. And then gets into the circle and wires it up top past Swayman. Just like that, Penguins lead it. It's 4-1. Malkin wins the draw. Puck's dumped in. But that is an icing call on the missed pass. A little under 3 minutes gone here in the second. Pittsburgh has their 4th goal off the stick of Rickard Raquel on their 22nd shot, holding the Bruins to a total of 4. And now Phil Tomasino gains the red line and sends it in. Joseph now to Letang. Puck trickles in! Heat seeker! Bang, bang, goes Letang! Well, not really because it trickled in, but still. The Penguins now have a 5-1 lead. And this coach is beside himself. Again, I don't know if that looks like Joe Sacco or not, but 16:10 remaining. Now in the second, as Pittsburgh has ramped up the goal scoring. Now leading it by 4. I feel like Swayman should have had that last one though, but it is what it is. I'll take it. Turn aside by Nedeljkovic, who has not been busy, but that was probably his best save. Set in now, Blake Lizotte. Charlie Coyle carries it in for the Bruins. And it's sent all the way around. Puck carried in now by Carlson. What a save by Swayman. There's his best. Robbing EK65 with the glove. And we see Blake Lizotte hit the ice. As we now look at the goaltending matchup, Jeremy Swayman and Alex Nedeljkovic. Of course, one of these goalies is doing a lot better than the other one, and it's definitely not the one you'd expect. Puck deflects. Marco Scandella finds Justin Brazeau. 2 non-Bruins IRL, but that's okay. Now McGroarty passes off to Kevin Hayes. Hayes finds a lane, and that's turned aside by Swayman as it gets knocked off the pad. John Beecher. With a shot, and Nedeljkovic will choose to hang on. 9:23 to go here in the second. Pittsburgh has a 4-goal lead and have held the Bruins to a total of 6 shots thus far in a strong offensive and defensive effort by the Penguins. Now Crosby drifts into the circle, hounded by David Pastrnak. Shoots off the pad. And now he speeds to Raquel. Now to Crosby. Shoots. Rust at the side of the net. Turned away. Nedeljkovic makes the save. 6:18 to go here in the second. As the Bruins now get up to 7 shots on goal. .618 remaining. The Bruins win the offensive zone draw. Got a shot away. Puck held at the side of the net by Nedeljkovic. 4:56 to go here in period number 2. Now Connor Dewar carries in. He's knocked to the ice, lost his helmet. Puck carried in by Erik Karlsson, so he is knocked off the puck. Now the puck's carried in by Sidney Crosby. Shoots, turned aside by Swayman. Out now to the blue line. To Letang, who lost it. Now Pavel Zacha looks to carry in for Boston. Nice defensive play to knock the puck to the corner. And it's collected by Brian Rust. Gains an outlet to Malkin on the right wing side, who's then knocked down. As we approach the final few seconds here of the second, going into the third. And Pittsburgh will carry a 5-1 win into the third period. And we see Blake Lizotte hit the deck. The Bruins are certainly hitting a lot, I will give them that. And I'm sure the hits will reflect that. Let's take a look at the stats. Of course, Penguins leading 5-1 after 40 minutes. Penguins out shooting the Bruins 28-10. And the hits are 33-22 in favor of the Penguins. Slight face-off edge now to the Bruins, 10-9. And there are no penalties in this game thus far. All the goals were scored at even strength, which is impressive in itself. So, with 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up, can the Penguins continue this pressure and win themselves the second game here at home to go up 2-0 in this series, or will the Bruins make a historic comeback in the third? Let's find out. "40 minutes down, 20 minutes up, and the centers have collided into position. Crosby wins the opening draw here in the third, and we're underway once again from PPG Paints Arena. Russ tried to get a shot away, but the Bruins were able to stop that with a hit. Raquel had it. He got knocked off the puck. Looks like we're going to get our first penalty courtesy of a tripping call. And the Bruins are going to the power play. And okay, Joseph Triplin home. I mean, I can't really deny that. Bruins win the draw, but the puck deflects all the way to the red line. Nice hit by Grzelcyk. Danton Heinen sends it in. Kevin Hayes looked to try to set something up, but it is not to be. Kevin Hayes sends it in once more. Collected now by Heinen. Save by Nedeljkovic. Just trying to find the best spot here where I can see everything. Yeah, I think we might have sorted that out now. Sorry for the camera adjusting. There's a bit of a different setup now that I'm in a different room, in a different home. Save, Nedeljkovic. And Grzelcyk will get the clear as this power play is quickly running out for the Bruins, down to 30 seconds now. Another save by Nedeljkovic. The Bruins have had their chances. They're certainly up to 10 shots. Now actually up to 17, courtesy of this power play opportunity. Puck sent all the way in. And oh, that is icing as the penalty is over. Now we see Connor Dewar get knocked down. Fourth line out there to take the draw. Achari wins it. Carried in now by P.O. Joseph. Drives to the net, turned aside by Jeremy Swayman. Long bomb by Connor Timmins. Now Connor Dewar. Back out to the blue line. Joseph with a shot. Turned aside and knocked away to the corner. Collected by David Pasternak. Now Joseph has it. Behind the net. Pops out in front. Achari! Oh, I don't know if that goal is going to count. Looks like there was a scramble in front. Noel Achari just walked in and tapped it by, but there may have been goal interference. We'll have to see. And yes, that is indeed the case. So it is still 5-1 Pittsburgh. Charlie Coyle finds Brandon Carlo to Morgan Geekie. 2 non-Bruins, 2 a Bruin. Now Matt Grzelcyk. Blake Lizotte shoots one. Now Morgan Geekie. And we've got a Let's Go Pens chant going at PPG. Thankfully, we haven't heard of many Let's Go Bruins chants. There may have been one, I think, in total, but Pittsburgh's been pretty much in control of this game from the outset. Matt Grizzly looks to get the puck back. Nice defensive play. He does just that. Passes aren't really connecting the way that the Penguins would like. But that is playoff hockey, and another tripping call. Oh, this may be a penalty shot. Let's see. Fans are not liking that. Justin Brazeau with a chance to cut into the Penguins' lead here on the penalty shot. And Nedeljkovic stays with him, and the score remains the same. Maybe the Bruins would have taken the penalty on that case, but it's either here nor there. Crosby wins the defensive draw. Back to Letang. Puck knocked away, and we'll do it all over again. This time Letang's going to go up the right side. Nice one-touch up to Rust. Rust got the shot away, denied by Swayman. Now Rust from the other side, and Swayman makes another save. 8:09 to go here in the third. As Pittsburgh is looking to go up 2-0 in this Eastern Conference final. Shades of 1991 and 1990. Yeah, I think it is 1991 and 1992, if I'm not mistaken. 1991 for sure. And I'd also say 2013, but the less we talk about that, the better. Now Letang with a drive, turned aside, Swayman has it. No, he doesn't! Sidney Crosby! Jams away at it, and it goes in! The Wizard of Cross puts the Penguins up 6-1. Another goal that Swayman maybe would want back. Rush with a drive. Swayman made that save. Up deflects to the corner. Now we'll see who we see in the next game, if it is Korpisalo or Swayman as a starter. Now the Bruins look to try to get one back, and Nedeljkovic, aside from the one breakaway goal he's given up to Morgan Geekie, he's done very well for himself. One-time blast goes off a teammate and wide. Hopefully Timmins is okay. Lindholm to McAvoy to Marchand, who at 37 years old got a 6-year contract. That's something I'm honestly very surprised about. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the pay that he got, you know, a little over $5 million, but 6 years? Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those contracts that turns into LTIR at some point. Kind of reminds me of the Marian Hossa contract that he signed with Chicago, which would have went until he was 42. But either way, Blake Lizotte with a shot denied and covered now by Korpisalo, who has come in relief. .9, and we are feeling fine remaining in the third as Pittsburgh, unless somebody scores via the identical score of Game 1, will be in great shape as the series shifts to Beantown. Beautiful pass, and Korpisalo was able to get square to the shot and deny. A glorious opportunity for the Penguins at the side of the net. Now Letang looks to carry in, shoots, denied by Korpisalo. Pavel Zacha carries in for the Bruins. And we're now down to the final 10 seconds of this game. Carried in by Raquel, long drive. And they may have been telling you to shoot when you didn't have the puck, but it doesn't matter. The Pittsburgh Penguins defeat the Boston Bruins via the final score of 6-1. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats before we wrap things up. Shots on goal, 42-20, favoring the Penguins. Hits were very close, but a slight edge to Pittsburgh, 44-37. And a slight edge to the Bruins in faceoffs, 15-14. And the only penalty, aside from the penalty shot, which Boston was not successful on, was to the Penguins. And the Bruins, of course, did not score on it. But what matters most is that the Penguins did get 6 goals at even strength. And for the second game in a row, defeat the Boston Bruins via the score of 6-1. Thank you all for tuning in to part 1 of this episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the visually impaired gamer 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu and have yourselves a terrific Tuesday, everybody. Also, happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadian viewers out there. And I will be back a little later with Game 2, Golden Knights versus Avalanche.